Greetings folks, Chris here, and welcome to yet another on Doing Proper's Citizen Carry channel. Folks, this is the second version of this model handgun. You remember the video I did on the first? There was no way I was going to get that thing because the takedown on that thing was a pain in the keister, and there was no way I was going to subject myself to that every time I wanted to clean this gun or field strip it. But Walther has heard our cries. They've heard their critics, and now it brings me great pleasure to give to you this, the Walther CCP M2. Okay folks, so here it is, the Walther CCP M2, and as you can see, they managed to tuck that M2 right there in that corner. This grip was exactly the same as this. The CCP was exactly where it was and everything. They just put that little M2 down there to let you know that you've got the second version of this Walther CCP M2. And you do, because looking at it, you would not be able to tell. Cosmetically, there is nothing different about this handgun except maybe the M2 and this right here. On the back of the handgun, you'll notice that there is a cocked indicator in place of this, which was the ugly, dirty little hole where you were supposed to put that stupid tool. And that was the kick in the balls right there, was that tool takedown. It didn't take me long to get that thing apart, but it took me even longer to get it back together. So there was no way I was going to subject myself to that on a regular basis. And then Walther heard the cry, and this is a very much easier handgun to take apart. But again, cosmetically, aesthetically, this is all the same. And thankfully, they have the same grip too. Now this, folks, is a feature about this handgun. I gotta tell you that this is probably in the top 2 ergonomic handguns of all time in the world. I mean, in the universe. This is a very comfortable, luxurious feeling grip. It's natural feeling. It's smooth. It's like taking a bath in chocolate, this. It is a very comfortable grip, and I love it. I love the way this thing feels, and I shot the first version of this handgun, and I loved the way this thing shot.
Freeze!
It was a very smooth feeling, reduced recoil handgun, and it really did reduce the recoil with its soft coil technology for absorbing recoil. There's a little piston attached to the slide that goes in through this housing right here. When enough pressure builds up in the chamber, it forces some gas down into that cylinder, and it pushes against the pressure, and it absorbs some of the recoil. So it really does work. This was a nice handgun to shoot. And again, my big beef with this thing was the takedown. I decided to get the black one, by the way. I didn't get the one with the stainless slide. You can see that everything about this handgun is the same as the first version of the CCP, including these very small dim sights, which I plan to address with a fiber optic sight here in the front. Now, the attraction for this handgun, besides the fact that it has the soft coil technology up here in front, and the fact that it's got a toolless takedown in the back, which, believe me, is much easier, is the fact that this is an easy racker. So for somebody who doesn't shoot very often or has compromised or weaker hand strength, this is a very easy gun to rack. Very easy. And in addition to the soft coil technology with the piston up here in front and the easy racking, the trigger is good for new shooters or actually anybody. And you could consider this to be more like a double action revolver type of trigger. Now let's bring it up here close. There's resistance right away, and there's a lot of travel before you get to that break, but it's a predictable break. It's just like a double action revolver. There is no reset, so you've got to bring the trigger all the way out. Right? There's a little bit of a click, but the trigger is a very nice trigger. You would have to do it yourself. If you get a chance to go to your dealer and try one of these things, by all means do. It's a great trigger. This is a concealed carry pistol. It's not supposed to be a match grade trigger. It's not something that you're going to take for competitions. This is a concealed carry pistol. That's CCP, not MTP. It's not a match trigger pistol. It is a concealed carry pistol. So if you're expecting it to have a trigger just like your Glock or just like your CZP-10C or something like that, it's not going to. The first version was a little bit gritty. You could feel it going all the way to its break. This is very much smoother. So it always had a very nice trigger. Accuracy is supposed to be very good. Now, I haven't shot this yet because, of course, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 virus. We're in the middle of toilet paper geddon and ammo geddon. So I have not gone to the range just yet. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to be able to wait that long before I get this thing there. I haven't shot this one yet, so I'm not sure if this pistol is even going to work. Therefore, I'm not going to carry it yet. It's got a cocked indicator in the back. Now again, that red dot is merely a cocked indicator. It is not a loaded chamber indicator. And to take this thing down, you of course take the magazine out. Yes, this gun is unloaded, folks. It hasn't even been loaded yet. And pull the trigger. As you can see, your cocked indicator disappears. And what you're going to do is you're going to push in on this right here. So you push in, and when you push it in, you slide this lever here to the right. And then it pops out just like that. You can see how it popped out. Easy peasy. Then you pull back your slide, bring it off, and there it is. So as you can see from the frame right here, this is a standard blowback operated pistol. Here's the spring. And you can see the spring wraps around the barrel just like in a lot of other blowback operated pistols. And on the slide, you can see that this is also the striker right here. And this here is the piston that we're talking about. You see that hole right there under the barrel? Okay, that's where this piston's going to go. So this piston, when you put the slide back on, is going to go underneath. And you're going to finagle it until it goes in that hole, right? And what happens is when the handgun goes off, it emits a little bit of gas down into that hole. And it works against this piston right here. And it absorbs some of the recoil. And it actually does work. And to put it back together is just as easy. You know, you put your spring right here and you get it so that the piston goes into the hole. Drop it down just a little bit, just like this. You can see how I did that. Just kind of drop it down. It's in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this red thing, this spring thing, and you're going to put it right inside of this. And then you're just going to push it in. And you'll notice when you push in, that lever returns to the left. There, you just saw it pop up. You're back in business, shave and a haircut, and disco. So the takedown for this thing, if this was the first version, right now, by this point, you would have heard all sorts of four-letter expletives because the takedown on the first version was a complete kick in the norts. So I am very glad, and I want to thank Walther personally for changing that design. There was no excuse for that first version. Now, we've got this. So I can't wait to get this thing to the range, and again, because it's COVID-19 and ammo and toilet paper geddon, it's going to be a little bit of a while before I get in there. But for now, I just wanted to bring to you this beautiful gun. Now, the CCP is not that big a handgun. As you can see in my hand, it's not that big. So it's not, huge or anything like that. I guess let's compare it to a gun that we're all kind of familiar with, and that is the Ruger LC9S, right? You guys saw my review on this. Now, barrel front to barrel front, and let's go ahead and pick them up, and you can see that the CCP is a bit bigger, and it's definitely a little bit taller, but it's not profoundly taller or anything like that. So in the waistband, this would not be that big a chunk compared to this thing. It is longer. It's definitely longer than the LC9S, but that wouldn't bug me that much either. This holds 8 rounds. This holds 7 rounds. This one will be more comfortable to shoot, definitely. But I do still love this LC9S. Want to get a good close look at it? And by the way, I put a fiber optic front sight on that. Much better sight picture with this now. And it works well. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you the footage. So the new fiber optic sight. So now shooting this thing's going to be a lot easier. But this is not an LC9S video. This is a CCP video. But I can't wait to get to the range and shoot this thing. I'm going to love it more now that I know that the takedown wouldn't be like crawling across the desert with sand, honey, and razor blades all over me. It's going to be a lot easier. So psychologically, it's going to be easier to shoot for me. And as soon as everybody is done freaking out, I'll go ahead and go to the range myself. I've got enough ammo. I guess people are buying up all the ammo right now due to the COVID-19 virus. I think they plan to eat their bullets. I mean, come on, people. What the hell are you doing? Anyway, we won't get into that right now. This is the Walther CCP M2. And the next video is going to be the part 2, and it's going to have me shooting this. But for now, here it is, the CCP M2. This comes with 2 8-round magazines. And in the box also comes the Allen wrench for adjusting sights and stuff like that. And a couple extra front sights, as you can see. I'm not sure if you can see it. Those 2 black things, those are a couple extra front sights to adjust where you like to shoot. It also comes with this brush for cleaning that piston port that I pointed out earlier. Fits right in that little hole. And of course it comes with the instruction manual and this lock right here, which of course is going to go in a box. But that's it for now. Look for the second version of this video to be coming out very soon, because I do not intend to wait very long before I take this thing and shoot it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Walther CCP M2. And thanks for watching. My name is Chris, or Too Improper. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. That's tooimproper@gmail.com. Write and I will answer you, provided you're going to be polite about whatever it is you have to say. And that's in my comment section too. And if I've got the time. God bless America, and keep on protecting your family, yourself, your country, its flag, and its honor. It's always the right thing to do.